video. It's the reflector here to reflect what most choose to neglect. All right. Now, Texas. All right, I gotta get this shit off my chest because we about to be experiencing some bullshit. Because you got people that's in positions that don't really gotta worry about certain shit that other people gotta worry about that might not be up to par, or you know, they ain't in the building where they able to goddamn click the button or make the decisions where they make the decisions at the table, right? So, you know, regular people. So the people I just named could be like government officials. It can be like the create the electrician creators, damn AC unit people, right? Because you got people in Texas that is aware that somehow, some way, AC might go out because we gotta overuse it because it's gonna be so hot all day too and night, which is right. And a lot of people like are basically in Texas putting their focus on the wrong things. Like a lot. Okay, I ain't gonna get too deep because this is some politician shit, and I don't even like get into that. But just know, you Texans, first of all, that keep moving here, get away. Second of all, you Texans that that's been here, okay, and you keep bringing in these same type of like these certain people that you may know, you're acquainted with, or it's your family members that are basically under the same family mindset that you give them, which is basically be a certain type of prejudice or racist in some way. So anybody that's not doing, so it don't even got nothing to do with race, even though most generalized things using race as a stereotype, but just people, because you got white people that don't like white people, or you got white people that know that a nigger or just a freeloader or just anybody that basically don't want to add on to the world. So you don't got a job, basically. You're not participating with, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all need to kind of get on somewhere because you worried about cannabis, you worried about other shit when there's shootings, there's people dying, there's kidnapping, trafficking, and there's the whole living shit where we might not fucking have no genuine living because it's gonna be so fucking hot throughout the whole fucking day. So that means, like I said, I don't believe in these energy outages bullshit though. Okay, now let's get that straight. Let's not act like these niggas ain't coming up with some solar fucking panels or some dumbass shit to try to justify how you still need to pay something, but we're gonna incorporate this because this is what we're gonna have to go to as the years go by, because we clearly see these damn these temperatures, like global warming, like this shit is coming earlier than it's supposed to, basically. You feel me? This shit coming way fucking earlier than it's supposed to. So, but this is the thing though. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this, but just know the energy outages bullshit is not true, nigga. The energy outages shit is not true. That is not fucking true. No, there's no such thing as, nigga, a fucking generated thing to just run out when you have places that never stop the AC because it's a whole building. So explain to me how a fucking house that got built as a building can't have the same respect or can't have that same generator, because last time I checked, it's all the same shit. It's just all about the girth of your building or how important you are, how many eyes you got on you, or you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. So that's not even genuine at that point. Anyways, I digress. Let me spin it for you. Now, let's get with God right now. Now this real life shit right here. Now let's talk about why it's getting so hot. Give me a second. usually get warm starts to the day because it's been like cold as fuck. Obviously, because we was just in winter. We've been in spring for about a month now, roughly a month, whole 30 days. So niggas kind of chilly. Like when it be morning time, but then see sometimes it don't be that chilly though no more. It be like the damn sun just was out type of shit. Now this is gonna all lead me into atmospheres, water cycles. Okay. Now the atmosphere is something that we're within, and it's something that is basically like covering us at that point. Like the higher you go, the thinner the atmosphere, but it's still there. The lower you go, the more heavy. So the more under you go, that's still within an atmosphere. So that's why the lower you go, the more heavier it is. The higher you go, the lighter, right? So, or the more broad out, which is the right way to say it. And then the more close in, really. But so you could look at it like out is like going out into the water or out into the air. And then in is like going to fucking earth core or some dumb shit. Or digging in the ground. So it's still harder either way it go. But I'm talking about atmosphere. Damn, nigga. That's why you be, bro, your ass over here peeing. Bro. Alright, but yeah, so you know, the water cycle, right? We remember from school. Cause this is the shit right here. You have to know that just because you can't see these things happen, it don't mean it's not a construct or it's not a you know, like a process that actually goes on, and you can use it as a diagram or as a template, you know, to basically trace what we can't see. So as long as you know it's just something developed, that it's just an archetype to help you understand it, not that this is exactly what's happening anyway, but this is the best fucking clearest way for people to understand, or for us to do what we already know. Last time I checked, our body is a star, just like it interacts with outer energies or outer influences, or it interacts with this world. So what you do, right? You fill up, you eat, or you drink water. Then what? You gotta release, you gotta shit. Or it has to process, and however it does that, so you don't get sick, or so you have enough energy, so you don't get bloated, so you don't have something build up, you know? So release. The moment you release is like basically precipitation. The moment you're gathering up, right, filling it up, that's like the clouds forming based on the water vapor. And then, you know, like I said, after that it releases, or it can travel, or it can like be waved somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because we're just cycling, like our blood cycles, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that we can do this, you feel me? Not everybody can, but you know, everybody can wiggle, or you know what I'm saying? If you're a girl, jiggle. So it's the reflector. Now, most people don't understand that, okay, based on where you're at geographically speaking. All right, I'm in North America, being in Texas, but this is how, okay, see, this is the shit right here. We're in North America. We're on the south part of that big landmass, right? Which is America and Canada on top and shit, right? Because we know, even within the United States, if you want to look at it like, you know, the name that brings us all together, right? The title, right? United States. Even the higher, like Kansas, the higher you go, or Pennsylvania, New York, all of those places, they can get hot, but they're more likely to be, or Colorado, right? They're more likely to be more on the cold spectrum side, because the position that they're in and the atmosphere from where they are. Like I said, the higher you go up, the thinner the air is, right? But thin just means, or when you go into space, space is cold, right? As scientists try to say, or whatever, right? But it's just to say it's thinner. So that means the higher you go up is more high altitude. So if you ever been up a mountain, nigga, or in an airplane, you know that, damn, the air it's harder to breathe. You feel, you know it's harder to breathe if you ain't never been in that place, and like you just being normal, and you start realizing, wait, why the fuck am I lightheaded, kind of, or something like that. That lets you know it's all about the atmosphere and then the water cycle taking place there. And if you want to get deep into it, Man, there's separate water cycles everywhere. Not even like there's not it's not like every state has the same thing going on. No, it's every city or town is what's usually like kind of covered, like the the atmosphere, whether it's raining, sunny. It's usually like the same thing is happening within the city. You know what I mean? Now sometimes we know in Texas it can fucking rain like 2 miles up the street and it's not raining right here. And you really notice when you go somewhere that got big ass mountains or a whole bunch of water. So either way, mountains is like a land version of a big thing, and then water is like a liquid or a transparent version of a big thing, right? So we know when you see a mountain, you can see all the clouds formed around that bitch. But where you at from looking at the mountain, it ain't nothing, like it's clear. You know what I mean? Now, if you ever been to Colorado, that's from my experience, because I know I done been to motherfucking Colorado. But I know that's how it works because I see it happening like that here. It's just the mountains, you can see things from abroad for some reason. When you're like somewhere where I'm at, it's hard to see in the distance, basically what I'm saying. Well, I'm in the flatland. If you go somewhere else and like around where I'm at, DFW, you'll see some hills and shit. But anyway, mountains and shit. So we gotta understand Texas. Texas is on the southern part, which is like the down part. Think of it like your body, bro. Always gotta think about it like your body. It's like the down part. So that's like the heat. Like even when you think about slavery and shit, right? It was always hot in the South, right? Fucking Florida, Louisiana, all of these shits, right? It's because we're on the southern part of the whole landmass, so we're getting impacted by like down where like South America is, or down where those waters are, period. So depending on how, and this is what a lot of people don't know either. If you're kind of by the coast, you don't even gotta be in the coast. You could be in the fucking middle. Everybody's getting impacted by the grand water that we're surrounded by, the Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, the goddamn Atlantic, all of them shits. And it basically impact. This is why you get hurricanes and tsunamis or some shit, not tsunami. Because it's basically a disturbance in the atmosphere, aka just Mother Nature, and it's doing some spinning shit, and it's cycling. Just like if this is how tornadoes are formed. It's just a high velocity one, so it's a higher one. A hurricane is more of in the water, so it could be even worse too. But a tornado, it could be worse though, because it's like the whole thing of, okay, what's heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of stones? It's the same shit. It's just different texture. You get it? Or different mass. So matter shit. So talking about that shit, right? You know what I mean? Shit was okay, yeah. So the tornado is more when two atmospheres, aka more where we're at, on top of the higher atmosphere, is colliding, aka two different temperatures, whether it be because of the toxins in the air, whether it be because what we're doing down here, that's just too much goddamn heat being produced based on, the electricity, but it's shit that's needed. Either way, all of that shit, and then remember, this is built up shit from a long time ago too. That's finally kind of making it where we seeing the problem, because things develop until you see it in your face. Remember that. It don't matter what just pops up in your face. That shit's been developed in some way, and you had a part in it in some way, some small way. Now, you feel me? Right now, you can even see, if you stare at the clouds, some clouds are lower, or some clouds are moving, and some clouds are stationary. So that lets you know it's two different, like that's like if you pour cold water and you pour warm water or something like that. It's two different temperatures. Even if you drink cold water and drink warm water, like I say, look at yourself like this goddamn world or planet. You got the same mechanism. When you drink some cold water and then you drink some warm water, or drink warm water and drink cold water, your body isn't even like, you're gonna feel like you either got a big bubble in you, or you're gonna feel like you gonna throw up or something, or like your stomach is just uneasy, and that's just like a symptom of your stomach interacting with two different bodies of water. We all know that though. what we usually get sick with is like the solid when we eat something. But that lets you know, even with the stomach, right? It's liquid, but it lets you know, oh, that has a reaction, aka when like it said on the water cycle, right? When it precipitates, it rains down, whatever it does, it goes back into the atmosphere, right? That's how it collects the water vapor, or it collects the water vapor, or whatever you want to call it, the vapor, the small molecule that we can't see, but it flows back into the environment. Just like if somebody shitted, it will go into the environment, right? Same shit. If somebody was fucking, it'll go into the environment. So same shit. Whatever came down, it's gonna go back up. It's really in reverse. Wherever goes up must come down, but whatever came down must go up. You can't. Now that's not always true as far as like spiritually speaking. Your ass really could keep going down, but it's going down for real. I just thought about like 3 different songs just now, but you know what I mean. Pretty much to wrap this up. How long I've been on here? 16 minutes. All right. So remember, Texas and really anywhere, but let's talk about Texas where I'm at. It's so fucking hot because we're based on the lower spectrum by water in a dry state, interacting with the atmosphere that's settled. Like I said, sometimes you can see certain clouds moving, sometimes they don't be moving. Or sometimes the highers are not moving and then the bottom one is moving. So to let you know, like I said, it's just all about interaction. The up and down, the wave, then this wave coming together, and that's it. You feel me? Always remember it's water cycles and always tie to yourself. This is truly what's going on, and don't let nobody convince you that it got something to do with some goddamn machine or something or something we can't help, but we clearly done built shit to help us. Don't let nobody tell you shit is gonna run out. Ain't no crops, no food producing, no nothing is gonna run out. Move, girl. Down. Know that. Go over. Amelia, go play. Okay, go. Damn, she always gotta do that shit. Trying to avoid getting scratched. Scratching the shit out of me. But, so yeah, man. So this perspective right here is just purely like this right here. This scenery, based on the water cycle, based on positioning where we are, because it's the water cycles and the atmosphere, right? So we've been experiencing spring, aka the sun being more present, or the sun being more getting ready to kind of make a whole cycle from the start again, which means the sun from the start is always at its most potent or highest or outstanding position, being Aries, right? So oh damn, I'm sucking at recording right now. But yeah, man. This shit. So yeah, based on the season as a whole, we're interacting in this perspective of, like I said, the Most High, Yahweh, goddamn God coming back. Shit, the start of the year, the spring, the springing into action, the cleanse time, the growth time, the bloom, whatever. But the way that how we're basically getting affected is more of goddamn tension type of shit. And this is based on over time. We've been basically accumulating things. I'm talking about generation. Before you was here, you always been here. But before you was here in this body, this shit been accumulated over and over. So if you're in the southern part and if you're by water, and if you was by shit like that was like chemicals and all of this shit they was doing at one point that they probably just had to shut the whole shit down. All of that is mixed up and accumulated into what we have now. Like I said, though, on top of, we've been traveling this goddamn solar shit, these motherfucking travels for a long time. So at this point, this is what global warming is, which is everything is getting more closer because we haven't, as humanity, or we ain't came together yet. We just been basically doing the same thing we've been doing, and what we've been doing ain't even been universally right. We just been in one space and everybody goes there. So now we're in one space and everybody's, so you feel like you smothered, humid, all of those interactions or all of those feelings we get physically is from the development of something. And this is what I'm explaining right now. And like I said, don't let nobody make it seem like I'm gonna run out, the fucking the air is gonna come off, you feel me? Don't get tricked out of, because it's like, look, is it that the AC bill is gonna get too much, or is it that if we use it too much at a certain temperature, it's gonna turn off? Which one is it? To me, I think it's just the fact that, back your ass up, nigga. To me, I think it's the fact that it's neither one of those. It's just the fact that nobody predicted, or if they did predict it, it was all about the money at the end of the day. So it ain't even about coming together. So it's all about the business aspect, selling, coming up with new strategies to basically hook people so the next generation can live better. That's it. But they don't want to say that, though. They want to make it seem like, oh no, this is more convenient right now. Oh no, you can't keep paying these high bills. But they can't just like basically like lower the price by themselves. It's not like God came down here and said, fucking money is this. Now y'all do this. It's like, no. Last time I checked, God came through a man's imagination or thought form, and the man it's up to them to interpret that goddamn shit. That's what y'all don't be realizing. So it sounds stupid and it sounds simple, but that's really, y'all gotta chill out with that shit, because that's why y'all still be giving in the bills and stuff like that, like it's real life. I guarantee you, if you have a better mindset, like, okay, shit don't make sense. These government, you clearly see who's in position of power. Why are you still giving it that much power? Is it just so you can have some type of like fulfillment for yourself? Is it just because you want to be, you think you right, or you think whatever your opinion is gonna really matter, really, against people that's like your co-workers or your family members, and that's it? You just gonna talk about it and that's it? No. Be under in y'all's old generation. Once again, y'all failed us, and get out the way, man. Get out the way. Just give it all up. You feel? Give it up, okay? Give it all up, because y'all ain't do good at this point. Y'all just holding on for dear life. You're trying to go back and force what we're doing now, but make it seem like it's the past, or you just on the new train and you're trying to get with it. There's only 3 options, but most of the people is the first one, and they just need to give it all up at this point, because nobody getting help, ain't nobody nothing. You feel me? Water cycle, atmosphere, bitch. That's all it is, man. Atmosphere is what we're concealed in. The higher you go up, the more you'll actually feel and see the interactions, which is, it's either gonna be clear based on there's no accumulation pulled from the lower environment, Tiamat. You know what I'm saying? The firma, Tia firma, where we at. Because this is one perspective, this is one atmosphere. The higher you go up, that's another. AKA, you in a building, you go outside, compared to being on the ground, 2 different things, right? So the outer is what dictates the inner. The lower spectrum, right? The sea level, the water around us is what gives us weather for the most part. And I gave you examples of extreme weathers, but it's all, because remember, water takes longer to heat up than land or an object. No, an object it takes faster to heat up. Water takes slower to cool down, or coming from a cool to a hot. As in, if we really surrounded by water, it's just a heavier version. You don't think us interacting on the higher level up here, looking in the sky, that shit don't do the same shit? As in, it starts making certain influences on us, but it's all based on, like I said, it's the three shits: the water level, sea level, where we at, and then the further out atmosphere. And then you can, if you wanna, you can go further out from there, really. Like, you can start from up there and then go out and shit. But either way, it's just that Texas hot as fuck. And I really should have broke down how really it's because of us as all individuals and our oversoul that we're kind of getting influenced by, which is being in the South, in the middle. So everybody's got that moon, everybody got the sun and moon energy down here, basically. So it's like, if you're not comfortable with what your expression or what you can't express, or you don't want to share home, family, then at that point, this is when it gets real toxic and hellistic. And this is, I think a lot of people got this frame of mind being here. So they be separate, but they be separately, they separately still smothering themselves or each other. So motherfucker, you can split up from somebody, and if y'all not straight up on mad terms, like y'all just don't want to talk to each other, y'all are still giving each other energy. So this is why I think, as a whole, this motherfucking shit is fucked. And at this point, all we can do is keep on turning the goddamn AC on. And it's not no motherfucking, man, it's only if everybody sat there and had their AC on goddamn 65. There's people like that, and their shit is still perfectly fine. So y'all niggas don't be getting tricked out here, okay? It's the reflective. All right? Atmosphere, water cycles, bitch. And Texas, get the fuck out of here. Stop worrying about weed and stuff like that, man. Worry about this motherfucker, what we gonna do. Because you will, bro. Y'all better believe there's certain people out there, okay? I ain't gonna say nothing else. Y'all stay safe.